Todd here from the Church Playbook. It's a long day at the office. I'm headed home. But I'm trying to crank out some answers to your questions. And one of the questions that comes up is, should I even feel bad about being the pastor of a small church? And I understand why guys ask this question. I get it. But, you know, on one hand, I get it. On the other hand, the question itself kind of ticks me off. It's like, no, you shouldn't feel bad about pastoring a small church. You need to be faithful to shepherd the flock that God has given you. You should never, ever, ever feel bad about that. Now, in the town that I live in, it's a town of 55,000 people. And on the biggest day of the year, so when every seat in every church is filled at every service, and so we'll say that's Easter Sunday, like less than 5% of my town is in a church somewhere. And if you come from the tradition or denomination that still believes that hell is a real geographic location where people are going to spend eternity, like I do, the thought that my town might go to hell, like that ticks me off too. So no, you shouldn't feel bad about pastoring a small church. But if you ever get to the place where you're content that, we're good. Like, we have enough people to pay the bills. My salary's paid. I've got a part-time assistant, part-time music guy, part-time youth guy. We're good. Like, if it ever stops bothering you that lost people in your town are going to spend an eternity away from Jesus Christ, like, that should bother you. Like, you should feel bad about that. If you ever get to the attitude of us four no more, then I would say, yeah, you should probably have second thoughts about that. Look, what we do is too important. The stakes are too high. You are way more important to God's overall plan for this world than you think you are, than you give yourself credit for. And the truth is, when you're faithful with what God has given you, He'll make it so that you can be faithful with more. So if you've got 20 people in your church, praise God. And I'll join you in prayer for 21 next week, 25, 50, whatever. But no, let's not get to the place where we're okay. And hey, maybe God did not make you to be a pastor of 300, 400, 500, 1,000. That's fine. You can still plant a church, a mile down from yours. There's plenty of lost people that need Jesus, that you don't have to pastor a mega church. You can still be faithful to the 100, 200 people in your church and still want to see lost people come to saving faith in Jesus Christ. And invest in a new church. Help revitalize an old church. There's a lot of ways that we can reach people for Jesus without us having to be mega church pastors. So anyway, I hope that answered the question. No, you shouldn't feel bad about being the pastor of a small church. Todd's opinion, it's worth about that much. You should feel bad if you ever get to a place where your heart stops breaking for people far from God. So anyway, hey, I'm crazy about you guys. I appreciate y'all so much. I think you're super important, and it's why I'm putting out these videos, because I want to help as many of us pastors as possible with the little bit I've learned in the last 2+ decades that I've been doing this. So hey, do me a favor, like this video, leave a comment or a question in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. That helps a lot. The more that we engage with the video, the more YouTube will put this video and others like it in front of other pastors, and that's what it's about. God bless you guys, and we'll see you soon.